Okay, I'm going to do number 80 for you. Just kind of go over using the calculator to do some matrices for us. So we have the bread box here. A small neighborhood bakery sells 4 main items: sweet rolls, breads, cakes, and pies. The amount of each ingredient in cups, except for eggs, is given for items in matrix A. So you can see down here is our breakdown of how much they're using of each one of those. And then the cost in cents for each ingredient when purchased in either large lots or small lots is given in matrix B. So the first thing you want to do is second extending your inverses, and you want to put them in. You can see I've done that. So you go to Edit, click on your 1A, and you can see I've put this matrix in, and I did the same thing for B. A couple of hints here. First of all, if they label them A and B, I would put them in A and B on your calculator, because if not, keep really good notes for yourself, because you're going to always be wondering, which matrix did I put this under? Because you're often going to, and we're going to store several of these as we go through this. So you definitely want to make sure you keep track of where you put them. So first thing, put them in. I've done that. Now it says use matrix multiplication to find a matrix giving the cost per item for the two purchase items. So in other words, I want to multiply these two together, A times B, which should give me a 4 by 2 matrix. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to second next thing. I'm going to go over to A, and I'm going to come down here to B, and right there, here is my purchase. You can see here in large lot on eggs, I'm going to spend $47.50, and if I bought the small lot, I'd spend $57.75 on eggs. And then flour, $27 or $33. Now, I'm going to need this later, so I'm going to store it. I'm going to go down to Store, and I'm going to go to Second Matrix, and I'm going to go down to C. Okay? And so then what I did is when I go back here, this has stored my answer, my 4 by 2, in C. Okay, but so that is the answer to A. We use matrix multiplication and we found the cost per item. Now suppose a day's order consists of 20 dozen sweet rolls, 200 loaves of bread, 500 cakes, and 60 pies. Write the order as a 1 by 4 matrix, and using matrix multiplication, write a matrix for the amount of each ingredient needed to fill that day's orders. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to quit it. I'm going to go to my matrix menu, go over to Edit, and I'm going to start on D. I'm going to start a new one, and I'm going to do a 1 by 4. And so 20, 200, 50, and 60. Remember to hit Enter after each one. So there, I've made my new matrix. That's my orders. Now what I need to do is I need to do some multiplication. So I'm going to go here, and I want to take these orders times my ingredients, because they want to know how many ingredients I need. So D times A. And right here, 200, so I'm going to need 220 eggs. I'm going to need 890 cups of flour. Now I'm going to store this one as well. I think I'm going to need it here for things. So I'm going to store this as E. Okay, so when I come back here to my matrix, I can see right here I have a 1 by 5. And by the way, if you just put in E, it will give you here your matrix. So you can see if I go over, I can see all those. So all the way down to I need 70 cups of milk, 125 cups of shortening. That's my sugar over there. So this gives me my ingredients I need. Now it says use a matrix multiplication to find a matrix giving the costs under the two purchase to fill the day's order. So now what I want to do is I want to take this output, okay, I'm going to leave it like that, times, and what I'm going to do is matrix, I want to use my cost plans here. And right there, those are my two options here. So if I use the large lot, I'm going to spend about 11,000 on ingredients, whereas if I use the small lot, I'm going to spend 13.5. So you can see it's a pretty big difference in prices for the cost options. And so you can see here we just continually use these and we're multiplying them through. But what we're doing is obviously these matrices are simplifying down all this work so that we can easily see how many cups we need, how many purchases we need to make, how much it's going to cost us, and what the difference is, whether we're buying in large and we're buying in bulk in large lot or buying small off, the store shelves. So hopefully this helps you see how to set these up, as well as use the matrix operations in your calculator, the store function, all that fun stuff.